Next concept we'll be going to discuss is the relation of this particular chapter from sequence and series. Okay. I'll be using three terms which you are already familiar here, that is AM, GM and HM. As you know, AM is your arithmetic mean, GM is your geometric mean and HM is your harmonic mean. You also know that if I take the AM, GM and HM of a series involving two numbers in the series, I can easily say that AM of these two numbers is greater than or equal to GM of the same two numbers is greater than or equal to HM of the same two numbers. It's a very, very important property which you need to always keep in mind. It's extremely useful and will help you in solving questions which look seemingly impossible to solve. So this inequality is helpful in solving very difficult problems. So let us consider this one problem. This problem looks very complicated with this fourth power and second power. I am asking you to prove that a raised to 4 plus 1 whole divided by a square is greater than or equal to 2. Now you have to prove this to me. I know that you will take this, do multiple simplification and come to the answer. But let me show you the power of the GM and AM by solving this question in a much easier way. So what we'll do first is we'll slightly modify this expression and make it a square plus 1 by a square divided by 2 greater than or equal to 1. What did I do? First thing I did is I divided a square to all the terms of the LHS. Second thing I did it, I moved the 2 from RHS to the denominator of the LHS. Right? Why did we write it in this way? We wrote it in this way because the LHS is now the arithmetic mean or the AM of a square and 1 by a square. We can use this relation AM greater than or equal to GM now. So what will happen? Your AM of these two digits or these two terms is a square plus 1 by a square whole divided by 2, and what will be the GM? We're talking about the GM of a square and 1 by a square. GM of a square and 1 by a square, as you know, is root of a square multiplied by 1 by a square. A square multiplied by 1 by a square will be 1, root of 1 is 1. So the expression is nothing but AM and GM, and you already know that AM is greater than or equal to GM. So your proof is there.